This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Alright, so, greetings this person currently watching this. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to show you guys my train of logic. What I did was, and I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, I thought, what if we don't count the queen as the white pieces? And then I just took the 9 that he mentioned, so it was 539, and that's what it ended up being. So, sorry you guys weren't able to see me figure it out, but either way, we'll pick up from here. Regarding the patient.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Let's see his medical file. Tell me about his symptoms.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will.
Alright,
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
how is he able to get away with doing... I mean, sure, yeah, it's the only hospital on the island, I'm sure, but... you should be still able to leave the island and report him to authorities, right? I mean, it's not like this is its own little country. It's still a part of America, as far as I know, so... shouldn't there be some higher-ups back in the States that you could talk to about this guy?
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That would explain why
That'll
he's trying
do
to hide
for the
it.
time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
See, examine the patient.
Very well. I'll examine him.
Oh, okay. So I wonder how many of these I'm going to fail.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
Alright.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
Interesting.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure
Yes.
I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
He has something in his belly. State of the limbs is...
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips.
Wait a minute.
What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Is he... Hold on, is he like... Because that's the thing, we look at Hawkins, he's like part squid, and that... And I know, like, within the with the Dunwich Horror, I think Wilbur Wheatley was the same way. But I thought Wilbur Wheatley was born that way. Is he, like, transforming the same way that, Hawkins was? Interesting.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Is this a surprise at this point?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Well, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. His body's mutating.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These symptoms are worrisome. I've never seen anything like this. You're turning him into a monster.
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Really?
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
This man right here. Hidden files are proof. Nobody mentioned crimes for now. Stay out of this. The hidden either the hidden files or just this guy right here.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
You know, I I think I really need to stop playing. Hold on. Whatever. I'll walk and talk if I can. I really need to stop playing RPGs, like other RPGs, before I play this game, because it's so jarring to go, from, like, Fallout, or, like I said, Fallout, or what I said before, Shadowrun, where you're this character where it's like, you don't have to be threatened, you don't have to worry about being threatened by this guy, because you know how to fight, to go into characters like this who can't, so they don't have that option. It's kind of like the whole... It's actually a funny story. I don't know if you ever saw it, but when I did this review of a game called Unrest, it was the same problem I had. There's one section in that where you play as a little girl, and I kept going at it with a mindset of, like, I'm not a little girl, I'm a full-grown man with an assault rifle. Anyways.
Hay fever? What's he doing here?
I'm guessing it's not hay fever? Okay. What about you?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
I wish I knew what that meant. Oh, hello? There we go.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Oh, okay. But yeah, because I think there's an achievement for healing all these guys, so I wonder if I'm going to be successful in doing that. Also, another thing, I think I mentioned this. No, I didn't. I was looking through the, I told you before, during the Shambler, that I was actually looking through the achievements, and one thing I noticed when I actually went and looked at the names of all the stories, a lot of these achievements are actually the titles of a lot of his, H.P. Lovecraft's work. Thought that's a nice
He
little
broke his
addition.
back in an accident down by the docks.
I'm sure he didn't.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
The
The
bootleggers?
one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Interesting.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
Is that all we can get out of him? Yes, it is. Okay. Very interesting. You seem to be fine. Oh, hello.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Interesting. Oh, that's another thing. I don't think I mentioned that. Remember how there was... See, and this kind of ties into it. I'm wondering if Dr. Fuller is doing research with all, all that crap that he had down there? Because he was doing it to Sanders as well, and it looks like he was successful in doing it to this woman. What if he's, like, trying to find a way to help people regrow damaged and or lost organs? And if that's the case, then I'm willing to bet that picture wasn't of Fitzroy's father, it was Fitzroy. And maybe he was one of the first successful patients that Fuller had, and he regrew Fitzroy's leg. Or was it Fitzroy or Fitzgerald? I think it was Fitzroy. Hello?
What is the boiler room key doing here?
What do you
The
think?
key to the boiler room. Not
Okay,
where
so I
I
don't-
expected to find it.
Well, I don't need that then. And that's empty, so why did you make me open it? Okay, any sleeping pills? Because apparently that's a recurring motif. Hello? Oh, you're fine too. Oh, hello.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
So... Because that guy was intoxication from breathing chemicals as well. Maybe it's that stuff, the green stuff, that green gas. Maybe that's
Another
what's causing it?
insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Well, we already know what the reason that's causing that. It's the voices. This is an empty bed. How are you doing? Why are you all bright? And why is there blood on your pillow? I have a lot of questions you're not answering, in the least. Alright, whatever. Didn't want to talk to you anyways. Look like you'd probably just go hours and hours on end talking about your pet guinea pig or something.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
The file describes the state in which Irene Sanders entered the... Oh, this is Sanders? Riverside Institute, as well as the treatments administered to her. Fuller added a handwritten note. He recommends to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet and rest that she needs. Wait, what? Oh, what did they do to you?
Mrs. Sanders?
Oh my. Huh. She's here. Huh. I wonder if she's here, I'm wondering, like, did Kat do something to her? Did Fuller, maybe, I don't know if it was Kat that did something to her, Fuller, Fitzgerald? Maybe Kat's in league with them, and that's why she is the way she is. I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder if they did that to, like, keep her silent? The thing is, though, I didn't tell her much when I was talking to her, so...
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I saw her, she's fine.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
That's very interesting. Is that what Fuller's working towards, then? Oh, hello. Why can't I talk to you?
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Maybe that'll be useful later.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Okay. Well, I was listening to them to hope that they'd give me some hint, and maybe that's the hint that I was looking for. Can I go in here? Oh, yes I can. But this leads me right back here, okay.
The
Can't go down
answers
there.
must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Is this the
And I'm the
bathroom?
one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Can I go in? Okay. Hello?
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Okay, so then this will make... Okay. So let me just make sure there's nothing in here for me. Can I talk to
Elizabeth?
you?
You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Hang in there. Or
Do you
go
really
through
need
her?
Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, so... I can go through here, maybe. But here's the thing, okay, so I'm guessing I need to get the boiler room key, turn on this valve, and, you know, have this go off, but isn't that just going to ruin her career? Because she's going to be in here, so they're going to come in here like, oh, why is this flooding? And they're going to see her.
She's a witch.
And she's going to, you know, she's going to be the one that gets in trouble for it, right? Do I have a lantern? I don't have a lantern. Okay, nothing in here. Nope. There's a door. There's a room. It looks like a study of some kind. Hello? Is there anything in here I can take? Book? On medicine or something. That's good. A thing to hide in case I need to hide. And you
I
are...
have little time for you, Doctor.
Yep.
You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Oh, why don't you just... Hey, you know what? Could you go into the cleaning room real quick? I think that something's about to... I think that there's something wrong in there, and you should go in there and be in there all by yourself and be there for a very long time. That would be just the best. New gramophone. Nope, nothing in here. Alright. So there's nothing in there. Can I go into the pharmacy? I don't know why I'd be... Oh, well, I am a doctor.
Doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
More barbiturates. Well, there's another thing. Barbiturates and sleeping pills. Those seem to be all over the place. Oh, okay. This pseudo-scientific work by Caesar Lombroso correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. The seriousness of this study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader. Oh, okay. So is that kind of like the whole skull bumps thing? I wonder. Oh,
We've been
okay.
waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Oh, okay, so it's just that it's empty. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if, again, I don't know if you know what that is, but back in the early, back when the whole psychology first really got started, there was a theory going around called skull bumps. And it basically was that if you actually look, most people's skulls aren't perfectly smooth. They have little bumps and ridges and stuff like that on them. And the theory was that by looking at these skull bumps and correlating them to, I think, parts of the brain, you could predict a person's psychological situation.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
I mean, if anything, I'm kind of completely butchering the explanation of the theory, but that's kind of the gist of it, is that we have bumps on our skulls, and that by seeing these bumps, seeing how large they are, seeing where they're at...
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, jeez.
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office.
Oh, okay.
But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Look good for you. You want a cookie or something? Alright. So I'm guessing I need to get into the boiler room. I need to cause the water to explode. So she'll go in there,
The
freak
operating
out.
room is never accessible after an operation.
And then after she freaks out, I'll be able to sneak in. Okay, is there anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Is there anything back here? Doesn't look like it. Isabel. No. How about in here? There's a thing to hide in. Oh, hello. What are you?
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
Well, I know where the key
Dr.
is.
Fuller always keeps his key with him.
I know that.
Dr.
Okay, how about
Colden, we
you?
need you at once in Dormitory B.
Okay, what's the situation?
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And we had a patient come up from the psychiatric wing. Were you able to see him?
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
Okay. That's interesting. Alright, I'll go do that after I look in here.
Sorry,
What's in here?
but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Alright. Okay. Well, that happened.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope
I
those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Okay. Oh, hey. Look who it is.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
We already talked about that. I'll prescribe you something. You're a bad liar.
Tell me
Let's try
your
this one.
symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
You're just tired? It seems like an
So
affliction.
many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Okay.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no
Alright.
patients here. It's a quiet little town. Days
Yes, I
go
know.
by, steady as ever.
Okay,
I
so...
wanted more for myself, but...
Alright, so... Which one is B, though? I mean, I guess I can just walk around till I find the one that's... Okay, you're not... I treated you. You're not responding. Okay, how about over here? Or is it you?
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
Okay.
He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
What about the hands?
His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Keep taking care of his wounds. I don't know more. Patient seems to have been mistreated.
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Okay. I don't know what she meant by that. Okay, so there's that. So we need to get into Fuller's office, which there's a key to the boiler room over here. Can I grab you now? Yes.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Called it. Alright, let's go do that. Boiler room. Which way is the boiler room? I think it's this way. There's the bathing room. Administration. Over here. Boiler room. Alright, boiler room. Time to ruin that young nurse's life. Oh yeah, wow. Green stuff on the ground. Gee, I wonder what that's supposed to be. Tools that don't look like they belong in here. Gee, I wonder what that's used for. Hello, Valve. Gonna give you a good turn. Oh, I'm gonna have to have Ethan come in here and do it?
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Okay. There's a tool in here. No. Okay. Oh, let's find out. I don't know where else there would be a tool. Hey, Ethan! Could you be a tool?
Is everything all right, Ethan?
Yeah, I know I should go.
I will work until late.
Oh. All right.
No? Okay. Guess I just gotta... Okay, I was gonna just, have him do it. He's, Alright then. Let's see. Tool. Where is a tool? Alright, well... I mean, if anything... It's approaching the end of the episode anyways, so I could just...
This man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Interesting. So, okay, so is this happening while I'm... there? Yeah, I guess while I'm downstairs and there... Oh, hello. Monkey wrench. That'll work. That'll do her. Alrighty. Can I close this? That way I can have some secrecy. Monkey wrench. How is that better than just turning the valve? Alright, sure, whatever.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Yes. Yes, we do. Okay. Okay, so do I have to go turn it on? I have to turn it on.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
Oh, okay.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
No, don't. No, go ahead, give her an earful. What's the worst they're gonna do? Fire you? Oh, you're gonna get fired from this job where they disrespect you and you probably get paid like crap. At least that's how I see it. I mean, this thing, she's a nurse. I highly doubt it's that hard to get a job somewhere else as a nurse. Oh, hello? You're brightly lit. Okay.
At last.
Behind me.
The missing files must be hidden here.
Well, let's see what we can find. Hello, missing file.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Okay, I mean, why not?
I've unlocked something. Patient
Hello.
files.
Okay, cylinder is hidden inside Fuller's. He records his thoughts about one of the bands. Okay.
I was right.
So, now we have that. Hold on. Well, I could listen to it here, but I know there was a gramophone elsewhere, so let me see something. Let's try this. See, there's a gramophone here. I'm wondering if I could use that instead. Because sitting in his office listening to things probably wouldn't be the best. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Crap. I don't want to listen to it in there, but I don't know if there's... I don't know if she's going to make her way back here, you know what I mean? Let's see if there's one anywhere else. I highly doubt there is. Just seems like that would be a really good way to get caught and thrown into some deep, dark abyss. Of course, then again, Ethan's here, so I could always just scream, and I'm sure he'd come running. And he is a cop, so there's not much they could do about him telling them to stop, right? I mean, heck, that's another thing. I mean, he is here. He is a police officer. We could have him go in the room and investigate this. Couldn't we? I highly doubt there's some sort of, like, legal red tape that he would have to go through. Well, I guess he had to get, like, a search and seizure, huh? I suppose that'd be a thing he'd have to do. Alright, well, it looks like that's the only one that's available to us, so... hopefully she's not back yet. And we'll see what this is about. Oop, close that behind me. Alright.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Okay. So I'm going investigation mode right now? Oh, hello. What are you?
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key.
Okay.
But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
What abilities?
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him.
Alright.
I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Alright. Bit ominous. There we go.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
So wait, are you saying that... Hello?
Why is Ethan on medication?
Interesting. So wait, he's hiding her personal effects? Is he responsible for her murder? Okay, is that all? Oh, hello.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Interesting. Okay, and then we Alright, go back. I'm willing to bet she's gonna get caught or something.
I must go back to the basement.
Alright. Alright, well, we must go back to the basement, and we will do that in the next episode, because I am all out of time for this episode. Still, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Bye.